Hello? Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing. Hello there.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin. This is Don DellaSnooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod, episode 83. The Crow. Clankety clank, bitch.
How the fuck are you doing?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty good. Feel good inside. Feel good on the outside. How about you, my friend? How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I had a nasty cold
Yeah.
all last week.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
It was gross. It was bad enough that me and the wife decided we needed COVID testing.
Yeah, that'll do it. Speaking of COVID testing, my daughter had to do COVID testing this morning.
Really?
We talked about it on our walk.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, she got a COVID scare. One of her cheerleader friends ended up with COVID, so we got her tested. We did the home test, and then we did the rapid response test at school, and she passed both of them. You know, they were both negative, but dude, it sucks when your kid gets that. You know, you get that scare about your kids. It's fucking it sucks ass.
Yep.
It sucks ass.
Yeah, all in the midst of, like we were talking about earlier, they're implementing mandatory vaccinations at the shop, and we're listening to people left and right talking about giving up their jobs, and this is all stupid. And then your kid gets it, and you're like, no, it's not stupid.
Yeah,
it's not stupid. My kid's got it. It's not funny.
Right.
I mean, your kid doesn't have it, but
doesn't have it. But
for that moment,
you have a scare. Like,
yeah, it's Schrodinger's kid.
I texted my wife, and I don't know how. I texted her pretty early, so when school starts and everything like that, she got a hold of me pretty quick, and it was such a relief.
Yeah.
Like my response to her was thank God.
Right. It's just one of those things where there's people out there that are willing to just take whatever risks and unfortunately, it's not just at their expense. No. So
but
other than that, I'm not sure I did much this week.
I had an eventful. I worked all weekend. I worked all weekend, and then Saturday evening, friend of the show who did our pictures.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lane of Lane's Perspective. You can find him on Facebook at Lane's Perspective. I think he's search groups. We'll put a link in the Facebook,
yeah.
But you can search Lane's Perspective. It's pictures and everything. It does some phenomenal stuff. He did my daughter's senior pictures. So if you're friends with me on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, you'll see a few of the pictures because he killed it, dude.
Yeah.
He killed it.
They look really good.
He did a phenomenal job. He really captured my daughter because we really let her dress to her devices as she is. And I wouldn't say risque. I don't think I would allow that. I think you know me better than that.
And she had some rippy jeans.
But I would just letting the audience know.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I say I let her dress herself, like I don't let my daughter dress like a whore.
Right. She wasn't wearing suspenders, a mini skirt, and some bacon.
Some pumps, some pumps or some shit like that. But it was cool. She snuck in a Jordan jersey, a North Carolina Jordan jersey to go with some Jordan shoes she had. And like her mom's like, "Are you serious? You're gonna wear that?" I'm like, "Come on, let the girl be herself."
Let the girl.
She's like, "You would say that. You would say that." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I would."
Yeah.
So did that. Saturday, worked Sunday. And then girls had their last football cheerleading sideline cheer. So did that Sunday, and then the wife was home, hung out, watched football.
Yeah, that's great.
Didn't do too much more than that.
That's another thing that I forgot. Was it Friday was my birthday?
Yeah.
Friday was my birthday. So my wife took me out to dinner and to see Dune on Thursday because she had to work on my birthday. And I guess this is when I can talk about it. Have you seen Dune yet?
I haven't seen it all.
Okay.
We're going to do a show on it, though.
I absolutely loved it.
I'm 30 minutes deep, and I love it.
Yeah. I figured you probably would.
We're gonna do an episode on it because I'm 30 minutes deep. I think the next episode is on it.
Yes,
correct?
next episode we're
We are
going to
doing
talk
Dune.
about the new Dune film.
The new Dune film. We're not talking about anything else. We're talking, and it's probably gonna be spoil centric.
Yeah,
It's probably gonna be spoilery. So get in there, get on the HBO Max, check it out. You can, if not, there's sites on the internet where you can learn. Do it for free.
Yeah, go to the theater. Go, watch it on HBO Max.
Do something.
Like 7 days from today, we're gonna get all up in it.
I'm 30 minutes deep and it's awesome. This guy's seen it. He likes it. We're gonna talk about it. We want to get filthy with it. So please,
it's fantastic.
Watch the movie so we can all talk about it.
You can't compare it to the David Lynch film because it's almost nothing like it. It's just, and I think that's another episode that I want to do. Yeah, I want to talk about the David Lynch film.
We'll get there, but so far we got to get through this first one.
Yeah, because the two cannot be conflated. They're in a different fucking galaxy.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
They're different. So, and then Saturday I went and saw Michigan beat Northwestern at the Big House.
There you go. So you did some things.
I did some things. I'm surprised that I forgot that. My mom bought me a ticket to go to the Michigan game, so I was like, well, shit, I'm going. Anything else you want to bring up?
Oh shit. Somebody's talking about wanting to be a co-host. Do we need a co-host?
What are we co-hosting for?
Yeah, Luna girl, what are you trying to be a co-host for, huh?
Hey, I need a co-host. Wink. Oh, must be she wants to talk about Dune.
Okay.
Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should bring in a panel.
If you've seen it.
Don't
be a son of a bitch trying to sneak in there. You ain't seen the movie.
Right.
Trying to
maybe we'll do a panel and we won't do news and all that stuff like we do sometimes. We'll just bring people in and we'll just talk about
Dune.
it.
Talk about Dune. I'm into that.
So that's the plan.
Can you prepare a show like that?
Sure.
Because you normally fill in questions and stuff like that. Can you do that?
I would much rather do that
than
the beat for beat. Like, this is how the Dune movie works out.
Gotcha. Do it.
Hey,
DJ Red Force said he volunteers.
All right, great.
Hell yeah. Did you send him a link for eventually?
Did I send him a event? What?
Isn't he on the show tonight?
No, Alan is on a date night with his wife.
Oh shit.
We must be getting pre-date Alan.
Oh, we get pre-date Alan. I like pre-date Alan.
Either that or he's in the bathroom shitting and he's not going to tell us.
He's getting handsy. That's what's happening. We know what's going on here, buddy.
Get it. Marriage matters with the escape pod. I've seen
something about Mary. I know what's up.
Great. Anything else?
Oh, can I talk about that?
Talk about what you want to talk about.
I want to talk about that because you know what Monday was? Fucking Hectolorian's birthday.
Fucking Hectolorian's birthday.
Dude in the chat, Hectolorian, happy late birthday, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, congrats on doing a whole nother year.
Making it around.
Yeah, all the way around.
Again. Yeah. One more again.
Yeah, well done.
Way to do it.
Well done.
I love it.
You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all your favorite podcasting apps like iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, Audible, and Google Play. Or even probably some other places that I don't normally read off because there's so many podcast catchers out there that it's just stupid. I should probably dumb that down and just say wherever you get your podcasts. Check out the Red 5 Network for all kinds of excellent podcasts like Used and Abused that's talked this week about the 35th anniversary of the Nirvana Nevermind album, right? 35? No, 30.
Yeah.
It was definitely the 30th.
Yeah.
Because I was not 6 when that album came out.
91.
And the triumphant return of Coruscant Radio Underground.
Listen to them.
Good show.
If you're listening this as an audio podcast, please consider joining us live on Wednesday nights on YouTube at youtube.com/c/ATSW the escape pod. All one word.
And please join us at patreon.com, just like the Mandalorian did last week, and search ATSW the escape pod in the search creator bar to support our show and get in on the exclusive escape crate, which we were supposed to draw tonight, and I dropped the ball.
Oh, so next show we're gonna draw. You know what? As penance, you need to fucking add an extra draw for everybody who's already in.
Fair. Everybody's going to get an extra draw next week
because that's not cool.
because I fucked up.
2.
I thought about it this afternoon.
I'm saying 2 now. You've really upset
Wow,
me.
now you're just going to go in 2?
2.
You sure you don't want everybody to get stickers this time?
No, you still haven't fucking prepared on the stickers, brother.
Yeah, I forgot between being busy and being busy.
Ridiculous, dude. I can't handle you. I can't fucking handle you. Amanda says, love supporting you guys. And
How
we
sweet.
appreciate, we love
Thank
your
you.
support. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Is this me? I
Yeah.
got off track.
Every
Sorry.
time.
I don't need that kind of attitude right now. Okay. You're really bringing down the level
I
of the
just
show.
want you to get
We're
your
trying
shit
to have
together.
don't listen. I always have my shit together. You, my friend, are the one who needs to get your shit together. Okay?
Pop a kidney or something.
Listen, please visit our store on tpublic.com. Search ATSW The Escape Pod and make sure you scroll down and look at all the random goodies like coffee mugs, stickers, tote bags, in addition to sweet t-shirts and hoodies.
Yep. And I'm going to step out and say the hoodies run a size small.
And I'm going to step out and say I bought 2 coffee mugs and I still have not yet seen delivery on said coffee mugs. I'm not happy about that.
Maybe they're having distribution issues.
Those are made in America.
That doesn't mean that they're not having distribution issues.
Fair enough. You win. I was thinking about the boats.
They might put the stuff on the cups in America. The cups might be from China.
Yeah, that's where we're fucked.
Yeah. Follow us at ATSW _ the Escape Pod and on Instagram and at the Escape Pod on Twitter. Join the ATSW Escape Pod group on Facebook. We have too much fun and it's silly for you to not be there.
It's true. It's true. It's a lot of fun. It's good times. Good memes. Good pops.
Yeah.
Good everything's.
There's
I love it.
Member of the United States Navy says that he loves listening to a little bit of home every Wednesday now.
Fuck yeah. Because we are a little bit of home for that son of a bitch.
A little bit of home. It's like a hug, but across the internets.
With no pants.
No pants.
No pants are never given on the hugs that we will give. If you get a hug from us, no pants are being worn.
No pants.
Before we get into our normal shout outs, my friend, can you get into some chat shout outs?
I would love to chat the shout outs. Nope. Shout out the chat.
Shout out the chat shouts.
Dragon Buddy's in the chat. DJ Red 4 is in the chat. Ashley and Brandy in the chat. Chantel is in the chat. Lunar Girl. Dragon Buddy. Zori Blissful's in the chat. Hectolorian is in the chat.
The Hectolorian.
The 1 year older Hectolorian.
I love it. A new year, a new name change, a new man.
I don't know if you know this, but Brady Lovin is in the chat.
Brady Lovin. Actually, it's not Brady Lovin, it's Big Lovin.
Big Lovin.
There it is.
There it is.
Talk to me, friends.
I think that about wraps. That's using the views in the chat. Hey Scott.
What's up?
Mikey's in the chat. My boy Mikey's in the chat.
Love it. Love it.
Kristen Roscom is in the chat.
What's up, Kristen? Thanks for joining
Good
us.
stuff.
Hell yeah. We got a lot.
And a Mandalorian's in the chat.
Yes.
I knew that.
You
Alan,
knew that.
Alan was here.
We've name dropped Amanda. We didn't name drop a Mandalorian, so we did kind of drop the ball. I apologize for that, but it's mainly his fault, not mine.
It's whatever makes him not spit his beer all over his laptop.
What? Why would you say such things?
Because I knew you wouldn't do it.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do it. Now I'm gonna be self-conscious that it might happen all show. Son of a bitch.
Stumming and bitch.
So let's get into the regular shout outs, my friend.
Yeah.
First and foremost, always got to give a shout out to the Sidebar Cantina. That is the mothership. That is David Jason. That is the New Jersey Delphians. That is the homies. They are still on hiatus because they are taking a mental health break, which if you need that in life, take it, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
We all need that sometimes.
Well, I think the mental health break is over. I think now they're on a work break.
Oh, well, still same thing.
Yeah.
With it having a lot of work to do and being a man of the military status, he's on the move.
Yeah, he's still doing the thing.
So he's got to do the things with the stuff. And sometimes you can't bring your stuff to do the things. And, I don't want, it's really Kim Possible meets United States military. I don't want to get into it.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there. It's okay. It's okay. Next, we have Used and Abused with Kim and Scott. Like my man told you, they did the 30th anniversary of Nirvana. Never mind. Don't.
Nirvana, never mind.
Dude, seriously, just tell me what it is.
Never mind.
Oh my God. Fucking ridiculous. I can't handle you. I can't handle you. Can't take you nowhere. Can't do a fucking show with you. You are redonkulous.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
You need some lithium. That'll help.
Next, we have Big Swede.
Maybe you
Big
should come
Swede's
as you
Excellent
are next
Adventure and
week.
Tactical Swede. And Swede Reacts on YouTube. You have taken all the fun out of the fun. I hate you.
Yeah. I'm having too much fun with this. Let's move on before I start giggling at myself. Patreon shout out Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Big Swede, Jen and Jess Bolt, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy, DJ Red 4, Richie the King Arbrister, Kristen Roscom, Backyard TARDIS, Amanda Lorian, Darius Payne, Eric Dub Williams, Philly Dave Martin, and as always, Nostalgia Inc. sponsors the Escape Crate. And we feel grateful. I got to stop and pick up another pack of stuff from them, too. I said that I was going to do it last week, and I forgot.
You fucked up. They didn't do the 30th anniversary. That was the week before's episode.
Was it?
I think you got your information from the Tubes of You or somewhere else.
No, I got it out of my, I get it off of my downloads.
Oh, all your downloads are behind.
So must be the downloads are behind.
Oh, shit. Because they did last night. Use and Abuse did The Worst Witch with General Shinobi. She was
You know
on the
why,
show.
then? If that was last night's show, that's because
it
I
hasn't
wrote
come
that
out.
note on Monday.
It hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Yep. It's your fault.
Yeah.
I want you to take the blame for that.
That's
one.
okay.
It's okay. Shh. You're my guy. I love you. It's okay. It'll be okay. I think this episode should be called Don Fucked Up, says Zori Blissful. I think that's a fair assessment of what's happening tonight.
Feruza Balk?
What?
Feruza Balk. That chick from, what was the name of that movie? The one where
Dude,
they were
I have
witches.
no. How the fuck am I going to know? I don't even know the character you're talking about from a movie that I have no idea you're talking about.
Oh, what was the name of that fucking movie?
You're
The
dumb.
Craft. She was in The Craft.
Okay.
She was the hardcore chick with the black hair. She played what's his face's girlfriend on The Waterboy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Now
about.
you know what I'm talking about? That's
Yeah.
Feruza Balk.
Okay, what about her?
She's hot.
Oh, okay. Where did that come from?
It was in the chat.
Oh, okay, because you just shouted out Veruza Balk, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
That whole thing will be riveting for people when they listen to the audio playback.
Obviously, I've never seen The Worst Witch, so
I don't think I've seen The Worst Witch. No. I've seen The Craft multiple times.
I've seen bits and pieces of The Craft multiple times, but I've never seen the movie all the way through.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that a tragedy?
I think it is a tragedy.
Actually, what it is.
Oh, Mikey got his call sign as Red Pock. He's going to have to explain that to
Yeah,
me.
we're going to have to.
Because I thought it was
Put me
going to
on
be Gru.
speakerphone. Put me on speakerphone so I understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
You ready?
You going to do Patreon shoutouts?
I just did.
No, you didn't.
I most certainly did.
Oh, okay. Hit the button.
It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
Brandy came through in the clutch. Vicky Valancourt.
Vicky Valancourt
from fucking Waterboy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Me too. So Brandon Fraser to play villain in the new Warner Brothers and DC pick Batgirl, starring Leslie Grace.
I'm excited about it.
Me too.
I like Brendan Fraser.
Have you seen
Nope. Brent Doom Patrol?
Doom Patrol?
No.
So good.
I know.
You're gonna love it.
I dropped the ball with Titans. I need to get back into Titans, and I need to do Doom Patrol.
I need to get back.
I'm sorry.
There's so much good shit out. It's almost impossible to keep
especially
up.
when you have so many kids and a job and a wife, 2 cats, a dog.
I'm getting ready to start a second job, so
Motherfucking girlfriend on the side.
that'll really help me catch up on
I'm
these
joking.
shows.
I don't have a girlfriend on the side. I don't have fucking time.
Right.
Oh,
Exactly.
shit. That guy
Exactly.
is so rude. Jesus.
He's a real
He's just sitting there talking about having a girlfriend on his podcast. Everybody can listen. He's just being so demeaning.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
In a world full of bologna sandwiches, he's a ham and Swiss on rye.
And that's just grosser than the bologna.
Oh, that's good.
Next, Hayden Christensen will also be in Disney Plus's Ahsoka series. That's fantastical news.
Really?
I wonder what kind of capacity. I'm interested to. Is it going to be flashbacks? Is it going to be flashbacks? Is it going to be flashbacks?
Gonna hit that flashback button again?
Yeah, because fucking at this time, Vader's dead.
Yeah.
So it's got to be flashbacks.
No, it's gonna be in real time. He's gonna come back from the.
I don't like it. I don't want to see it.
It's got to be flashbacks.
No, don't want to see it.
But that's what I've been saying about the Obi-Wan series too. I really want to see Obi-Wan sitting around telling stories about the Clone Wars and see what I'm saying?
It's not going to happen. I want it to, but it's not going to happen.
Why?
Because they're sons of bitches. They're toying with our emotions.
Hayden Christensen's going to be in the new fucking Kenobi series too.
I know. But I'm just saying.
It could happen.
But it's not going to.
And then these shows could tie in, and the flashbacks between the two things could tell the whole story.
How? What kind of proof whiskey are you drinking?
All of it.
I'm drinking all the proof,
It's
man.
the proof.
It's proof in the pudding.
Yeah. What happened is when Eminem's buddy Proof died, he's now in my drinks. And I can see the futures.
I knew it. I smell colors.
And when I say future, I mean the guy that discovered it. Oh, it just bakes the noodles. Ladies and gentlemen, I broke Brady. Dune opens to $40 million at the box office, and in addition to whatever the HBO Max views are valued at, plus another $47 million internationally. And I believe it's in the rumors for later on, but it's now been official. They've been greenlit to make the second part of the Dune film. So we are going to actually see the end of this. Zori Blissful says Hayden doesn't make her panties wet, but she's glad to see Anakin flashbacks.
This is because Chantel does not think he's a good actor. I don't think that was his fault. I think he's a good actor.
I've never seen Hayden Christensen in something else other than Star Wars that I felt like he was a bad actor. I think the problem is George knows how to build a world, but when he made those prequels, he had all the juice and nobody could really tell him no. And bad decisions were made by George. I think nobody wanted Jake Lloyd but George. And honestly, that is the fatal flaw of the Phantom Menace.
Hectorion's talking about the movie Jumper.
Yes.
That's a fucking sweet movie.
Jumper was a fantastic fucking movie.
He was in that movie.
Yes, he was.
That's awesome. I'm going to put that on the list.
You should. And he acted the shit out of that movie.
Putting that on the list.
Letting the motherfucker know.
Let a motherfucker know. Like, hey, motherfucker, guess what? Show ideas. Jumper, bitch.
So there's that. And it's time for this.
Power up.
I'm bad. Get over here.
The film A Quiet Place is getting a video game adaptation.
And I don't want it.
I don't care about it.
No, I don't.
I don't even know why we put it in the notes.
Let's just go ahead and go way out on a video game limb. And I'm going to tell you one of the things I hate the absolute most in video games is having to sneak. I like being able to sneak. I like sneaking up on people and then, dropping the fucking boom.
Yeah.
Like in Assassin's Creed. You know how you sneak around and then
I know what you're talking about.
And then the second something goes wrong, you just start killing everybody.
Yeah.
Right now I'm playing that Metroid Dread game. Fantastic game. but there's this huge sneak component that comes up multiple times in the game, and the odds of sneaking through the area is really stacked against you. So you kind of got to do shit like flawlessly, and it's just too much, and it makes that that repeating the same thing over and over again tell you get it right. It's punishing. It's just fucking punishing for no reason. It's not like you're something happens at the end of that makes you better at the game. It's just a punishing fucking thing that they stick in the middle of games. So I'm assuming a game about the having to sneak around quietly, it's going to be a lot of fucking sneaking, and I ain't got time for it.
He ain't got no time for it, man.
Got no time for it.
No.
Now, before we get into the next thing, I'm going to reiterate that fucking Metroid Dread game is one of the best games I've played in a long time. It might not be like, the best graphics or et cetera,
right?
But it is the best all around, well-designed game that I've played in a long fucking time. So that being said, Switch Online's N64 emulation has been met with some serious criticism. The button mapping is bad. There's some serious graphical issues because the N64 software is not running on the Switch well. And it's not a matter of like the Switch doesn't have enough power. It's got something to do with the way the chip processes stuff, and it's way over my head.
Yeah. It's real sciencey stuff that we don't really get into here on the show.
It's the same reason why you almost can't get any PlayStation 2 games on any of the any of the subsequent systems, because they went to this different chipset and file format and nothing fucking converts. And I think that's what we're experiencing here. And then there's some kind of lack of controller pack features that are among issues, because that controller for the Nintendo 64 was very specific.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had in the middle and then on the right and then
right,
bing bang.
Whereas the Nintendo Switch controller is very much like the Xbox controller and the PlayStation 5 controller or PlayStation 4 controller or whatever.
Right.
So anyway, people are a little disappointed about those new Nintendo 64 ports that they all got super fucking excited for.
Yeah, that does suck, especially if you're looking forward to play some nostalgia.
And fucking Nintendo knew. That's the thing that bothers me, is like people invested stuff in it. Nintendo knew this wasn't going to be good, and they launched it anyway, which is not normally something Nintendo does.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty. It's kind of
shitty.
Oh, this excites me. Wu-Tang video game in development at Microsoft. Enter the 36 chambers, bitch. We're gonna fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet you it's got to be head-to-head fighter game,
something like that.
Because I mean, what else would you make?
Kung Fu style through a level, like in the game Kung Fu, like for the original Nintendo side scroller.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
That would be awesome.
Like a Shinobi style.
Yes, dude. So sick.
Yeah,
so
you
sick.
could do that. You could do that.
I'm in for it. Let's make this Wu-Tang game amazing.
Even if you made it like,
I'll tell you what, the soundtrack's gonna be banging.
Oh, what was that game that just came out not too long ago? That was all in the Orient.
The one that you had?
Yeah, the one that I had. I can't think of the name of it. It was real pretty. I guess you could skin the game like that with Wu-Tang stuff.
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome. Anywho, that's coming for you.
I want the Wu-Tang from the 90s.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Cream.
The whole fucking group, but the whole aesthetic, the 1990s aesthetic with the baggy pants and the fucking jacket, the big old baggy jackets and the vest. Oh, do it, jerseys.
Shit that they got from the military supply store.
Yes, bro.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Psycho Killer Norman Bates. Assassin's Creed Valhalla Dawn of Ragnarok expansion leaked.
Oh shit.
This is another game that I haven't played yet.
Oh no.
Got great reviews. Everybody loved it. And no.
You just said no. You
I-
just didn't want to get into it, or what was your deal?
I wanted to be a late adopter because I
And then
got
it just got too late.
yeah, I think so. I got burnt on the last couple of Assassin's Creed games
Mm-hmm.
because they had the Black Flag, the one with the pirates,
Pirates of
that
the
was
Caribbean.
dope as shit.
Yep.
And then the next two of them were just duds.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing wrong with the gameplay in them. They just weren't interesting. And then they came out with the one where it was in ancient Egypt, and that was like the sand game. It was just nothing but brown.
Yeah, I don't think I remember that one.
Everything in the entire game was brown, and you were just like, all right.
This is fun.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you come into an oasis, there'd be some green, and then it'd just be brown again. And it just wasn't. It was aesthetically not fun to be in.
Yes.
Now Alan's like, I want to do a kung fu podcast. I think you should.
Kill you.
It's time.
Do it.
And now it's time for Sports Talk with your hosts, Dangerous Don Juan DellaSnooch, beautiful Brady Lovin, here on the Escape Pod.
Beautiful.
Hector,
beautiful.
Hector, nothing wrong with brown. I you know, in the case that you're bringing up, I agree. Brown is fine.
Yeah, fine.
But
nothing.
sand, nobody likes sand. It gets everywhere.
It's coarse.
It's coarse. It's dry.
Yeah, nobody likes it.
Gets everywhere.
Crack your ass.
Crack your ass. So here we go. Sports talk for this weekend. Michigan is taking on Michigan State at high noon on Saturday. 7-0 undefeated teams.
2 7-0.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
they're both
it's
undefeated
intense.
at 7-0.
It's intense. It's intense.
Michigan State coming off a bye week. Michigan coming off a warm-up game against Northwestern.
Yes.
I'm really hoping here this is where we see the Spartans take their first loss.
Yes. That would be nice. That would be nice.
Penn State playing Ohio State with a busted up Sean Clifford.
Yeah. It's not looking safe.
It's not. I think honestly, I understand what what's the coach's name? Starts with an F.
Franklin.
I know that he wants to put his team in the best place to win, but I don't think that injuring Sean Clifford permanently is worth it. And I think you put a busted up quarterback, and Sean Clifford is going to 100% say, put me in, coach. I'm fucking ready.
But he's not.
He's not. He's obviously not. Last week was proof he is obviously not.
He still hurts.
He needs a couple of weeks. If you rest him from now until he plays Michigan week 11, he might be ready to play football, but he ain't ready now. And if you put him in against Ohio State, that line is already.
But I think they kind of have no choice because their backup is fucking garbage.
But
what do you put in the road cone?
So,
You put in the road cone, or you put somebody's in 50%? Because I think that 50% is better than the road cone.
but either way, they lose this game.
Yeah.
So why injure Clifford
I don't know.
and potentially fuck up his career so that you can have a slightly less embarrassing loss?
I mean, maybe you're making a little bit of sense, but I don't know.
It's just one of the I watched Brady Hoke do it to I don't even remember the kid's name. He was one of our quarterbacks in the dark ages.
In the dark times.
In the dark times. We don't talk about the dark times. But we had gotten beat up in a few games, and I forget who even we were playing. Maybe it was Iowa or somebody like that. No, you know what? It was fucking Penn State. And this kid had no business playing. He got hurt in a couple of drives, And then he got hit one time in like the third quarter, and they saw it on TV where he was walking away and he was doing one of these numbers. And of course, he's like telling the coach, yeah, fuck, I'm ready to go. But he's fucking like concussed.
Yeah.
Flat out concussed. And Brady Hope.
You were going to say Quinn.
Yeah, Brady Quinn. Brady Hoke sent him back in. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason why Brady Hoke lost his job.
Might have been.
Like, I think from that day on, there wasn't nothing he could have beat Ohio State. And
Sure,
he was going to lose his
Chantel.
job.
Go get ready for Scarif Live.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I just had to get that off my chest. Feels good.
So anyway, fuck Ohio State.
Fuck Ohio State.
And good luck to Penn State's road cone. No, I shut it off.
Thank God.
Because it was getting fucking stupid.
Hot. It's getting a little.
Jeez. So good luck to Penn State's road cone. If anybody wants to take bets that somebody from Michigan State's going to come down with COVID because they don't want to get their ass kicked,
you need to calm down. You need to calm down.
No, this game is a rivalry game. People would like hide their dead grandma to fight in this game on both sides of the ball. It is a civil war in Michigan.
Intense. It's pretty intense. People lose family members over
if you move into Michigan, you're almost required by state law to pick a side.
Oh, I did.
And then those weird people that are like, well, I'm from Michigan, so I just want both teams to have a good. Fuck you.
No,
don't give me that.
no,
Stop.
No.
Pick a side.
Pick a side.
Man
Shut
up.
the fuck up. Can't hear you right now. Next week, we already discussed that Michigan will play MSU. We've already discussed that Penn State will travel to Ohio State, and fuck Ohio State. Fuck them up, PSU.
Fuck them up,
PSU.
This was supposed to be what happened last week.
I don't know what you did.
I just talked about next week. This week.
You did a good job. Nobody would know if you weren't talking about it.
It's true.
But you had to fucking bring it up.
What did happen last
Oh,
week?
shut up. That's what happened.
Michigan beat Northwestern 33-7. Michigan State had a bye week. Penn State lost to Indiana 20-18 in ninth overtime to a 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
And fuck Ohio
Fuck
State.
Ohio State. We said it all. Come on, man. Just let it happen.
It happened.
I'm not reading that.
Okay. Baker Mayfield reveals he's fractured as humorous, and the Brown fans don't think it's funny.
Yeah, that's awful. That is so bad. That's the worst ever. That's why I was not reading it.
Oh, fuck. I knew that I would laugh at that at least.
Ridiculous.
That's right. It's ridiculous.
These are the hot sheets. Best investigator reporting on the planet.
Lunar Girl has corrected
Dude,
me.
we talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I started making these notes, those were rumors.
So we're not talking about that.
Lunar Girl has corrected me. It was Illinois that Penn State lost to in ninth overtime. You should have let me believe it was Indiana. It's more respectable.
Damn.
Oh, jeez. Geekosity has reportedly attained insider information that Magneto series is in the early stages of development at Disney. And like we already talked about this too, about Dune 2 being given a green light. So we're done with the news. Is it time for your customary pee break?
No, I'm not taking one this time.
Oh,
Because you were a dick last time.
I was?
Yeah. I took one and you didn't pee.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
What if I pee this time and then you go pee afterwards? Will you feel safer?
Maybe I'll pee. Maybe I won't pee. I don't know if I have to pee. Do you have to pee?
I don't have to pee.
Okay. Pee away.
All right.
Pee Pan City.
Okay. I'm cutting all this out.
No, you're not. You don't cut shit out.
So before we get into our main topic tonight,
We can still take our break.
I thought you didn't
You
want
still
to.
got to play the commercials.
Yeah, but I can do that later
Oh.
or now.
Nostalgia Inc. in downtown Jackson is your one-stop shop for comic books, graphic novels, tabletop games, supplies, and tons of other super nerdy stuff.
They have everything from your favorite superhero comics to all the latest manga and horror graphic novels.
Superman, Spider-Man, The Avengers, My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Hero Academia, Star Wars, and Batman are just a few of the familiar titles you will see while browsing through the store.
And don't forget to check out their back catalog.
And for all your tabletop needs, Nostalgia has the largest in-stock selection in the area of Dungeons & Dragons books, miniatures, and more. As well, they have the latest Magic the Gathering and Pokemon card game releases.
Store hours are currently 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So come to downtown Jackson and get nostalgic at Nostalgia Inc. What's up, everybody? This is Big Lovin and Don DellaSnooch.
We wanted to take a minute to tell you how to get more from the Escape Pod experience.
Become a Patreon supporter and you will get lots of bonus content, including movie reviews, videos from Comic-Con, behind-the-scenes content, and more.
But even better, Patreon supporters get extra entries into the quarterly drawing for the Escape Crate.
The Escape Crate is full of great stuff like t-shirts, Funko Pops, stickers, mugs, and other random goodies.
The higher the membership level, the more entries per month you'll earn. You also can receive one entry per episode you share on social media.
So if you have a couple extra bucks, toss us some. We will use it for covering the cost of hosting the show, paying for booths at cons, and equipment upgrades.
Thanks for all the support, and now back to the show.
And we're back, bitches.
We're back. This week, Noda.
Noda. Thank God! Fuck that little motherfucker.
Oh, he loves the Yoda. So,
There's apparently a Papa Smurf sex tape out there.
oh shit. I bet you money that if Jess was around, he would know about that.
Probably.
Speaking of which, where are they?
I don't know. We got no information.
No information.
I can't tell you. They can't tell us. I'm scared.
Witness protection.
Maybe that's where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some shit went down. They're like, we got to hide out for a little bit. Keep low status.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Since Jess started this new job, he's been super busy.
Yeah. So makes sense. It's all good in the hood. Sometimes we can't all do everything because fuck that.
Right. So
Talk about it, buddy.
in order to really talk about
What's
happening in this movie, The Crow,
The Crow.
you kind of got to understand what Devil's Night is.
Let's talk about Devil's Night, my friend.
So, Devil's Night is a name associated with October 30th, the night before Halloween.
The night before Halloween.
In other parts of the country, not where we live, it's often thought of as Mischief Night, as Lunar Girl told us earlier today. Philadelphia area chiefly is associated with Mischief Night, where they have, vandalism and whatnot. But in the Detroit area, Devil's Night is known for setting the city on fire.
Yeah. Burning shit.
Yep. In Detroit from the late 1960s to the mid 1990s, vandalism and arson in Detroit was a serious problem on Devil's Night.
Yeah. Just burn shit down.
They literally burnt stuff all the time to the tune of 180 to 250 fires a night sometimes.
That's a lot of fucking fires.
And it's not like, oh, they set a dumpster on fire. It's, oh, they set the neighborhood liquor store on fire. Or, oh, I don't know, some private residence houses burned down.
I mean, that made sense.
Sometimes it was like government office buildings but most of the time it was like abandoned homes and shit neighborhoods.
Right.
Where the young kids were like, you know what? We're tired of looking at this shit show.
Just like in that movie 8 Mile.
Yes. exactly like that. That's exactly.
That's being a smart ass.
No, but I mean,
Painting the picture for the people.
yes. That Eminem, of course, growing up in Detroit, in that time period, like Eminem, I believe, was born in like 1974.
Something like that.
He's about 4 or 5 years older than I am. So,
right.
So anyway, tell us more.
Devil's Night dates from as early as the 1940s. Traditionally, city youths engaged in a night of mischievous or petty criminal behavior, usually consisting of minor pranks or acts of mild vandalism, such as egging, soaping or waxing windows and doors, leaving rotten vegetables or flaming bags of canine feces on stoops, or TPing people's trees and shrubs, which caused little or no property damage.
Now, see where I grew up, which we live in Jackson, which is like maybe an hour and 20 minutes from Detroit. That's the kind of shit we were doing.
Yeah.
We were soaping people's windows. We were throwing what we used to call thuds. You ever do that?
No.
You take like some paper towel and your mom's blender or whatever, and you fill it up with some water, and then you get a paper towel wet and you chuck it at somebody's window. So it was thud really loud, and then they would wake up in the middle of the night.
Oh my God, that sounds so rotten.
You'd giggle in the bushes while some guy was like, I gotta get up at work at 4 a.m, you fucking piece of shit.
Hell yeah.
That's what we were doing. And I mean, the only thing that I later found out that we were damaging stuff is, we would egg people's cars. It wasn't until I was older that I found out that as the sun heated up that egg, it fucked up the enamel coat on people's cars.
Yeah.
And we lived in a trailer park, so we were doing that to poor people.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. It's what, like, my hindsight is, I wish we were going to the rich neighborhoods because, fuck rich people.
Awful. Just awful.
I don't mean that. Yes, I do.
Yes, he does.
However, in the early 1970s, the vandalism escalated to more destructive acts such as arson. This primarily took place in the inner cities, generally in the bigger cities like Detroit, New York, and the places that are have more extreme poverty, I would say. But the surrounding suburbs were often affected as well. The crimes became more destructive in Detroit's inner city neighborhoods and included hundreds of acts of arsons and vandalisms every year. The destruction reached a peak in the mid to late 1980s, with more than 800 fires set in 1984.
Damn.
Could you imagine?
That's
Like the whole city was on fire. I've seen helicopter footage from that night, and it was fucked up. The whole city glue red.
Helicopter?
Helicopter.
Helicopter.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
Okay.
If you're sober, it's a helicopter. If you've had 3 whiskeys, it's a helicopter.
Holy shit, man.
These fires always seemed to number in the hundreds, but they started to taper down until around 2011 when some serious initiatives kind of squashed that.
Fucking stop this shit, motherfuckers. Whoa.
So one of the things that really curtailed that was in the city of Detroit, they banded together to do something neighborhood watchy, where they had civilians that were going out on patrols, and they had those like orange bubble lights, magnetic bubble lights.
Yeah.
And they just patrolled their neighborhoods and that kind of thing. And they called that, or they started calling it Angels Night.
That's
so
weird.
now it just kind of really isn't a thing anymore. Because
Weird.
like a Mandalorian was saying, she's never even heard of it.
Right.
She's obviously quite a bit younger than us. So in her lifetime, it's just really not been a thing.
Yeah.
So there's that.
There is that. I don't remember there being a name for it, but I grew up all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember doing like TPing houses and stuff like that. But I didn't, we didn't go burn shit down. I think we might have thrown fireworks or some shit like that. But we never got quite the vandalizing. I mean, if you consider TPing vandalism, then yes, I vandalize.
Well, technically it is.
So,
but
you're being a bitch if that's the case.
You're more leaning towards things that actually damage property, whereas
damage. Let it rain for a few days, you'll be fine.
Right. And you know, honestly, you used to see that a lot more, but every once in a while you drive by somebody's house and it looks like a fucking package of toilet paper exploded on their yard. But I tell you what, I didn't see that shit last year. People were fighting for toilet paper in the store.
Hell no.
Nobody was wasting toilet paper last fucking year.
Gold.
Yep. It's made of gold. All right. So The Crow.
Yes.
You ready?
You ready?
I'm ready.
Get into it.
This is one of my favorite fucking movies from my teenage years.
Nice. That's why we're doing this.
Yes. The Crow, 1994, directed by Eric Proyas.
Yes.
And written by David J. Shaw and John Shirley.
Yes, it is.
It stars Brandon Lee in his final film appearance as Eric Draven. Not only just his final film appearance, like he died making this movie.
Yeah. Yep.
He played Eric Draven, a murdered musician who's resurrected to avenge the death of himself and his fiancée. The film is based on James O'Barr's comic book of the same name.
The Crow.
The Crow.
If you weren't paying attention.
And the comic book was black and white.
Yeah. Very cool aesthetic. Very Sin City.
Yeah, very much.
On October 30th, Devil's Night in Detroit, Sergeant Albrecht is at the scene of a crime where Shelley Webster has been beaten and raped. Her fiancé, musician Eric Draven, lies dead on the street after having been stabbed, shot, and thrown out the window. Shit was intense.
Right.
Shit was pretty crazy. They fucked him up.
Lunar Girl, you're younger than I am? Lunar Girl's younger than me.
Okay.
No, older than me. I'll shut up now. I'm never going to tell the girl's age.
I was 12 when this came out.
Attaboy. I would have been 14. Nice. You already read that one? Brady? Did you already read that?
Yeah.
So I talked right over you?
That's okay.
Awesome.
Fine.
Shh. The couple had planned on getting married the following day on Halloween. As he leaves for the hospital with Shelley, Albrecht meets a young girl named Sarah, who she says Shelley was her friend and that they take care of her. Albrecht reluctantly tells her that Shelley is dying.
Yeah. Had to let her know.
And
unfortunately.
The way that scene is framed, every time I watch it still bothers me.
Yeah.
Because like she's there with her head hung and stuff, and Ernie Hudson like grabs her by the shoulders. And then that's it. He doesn't like pull her in. She doesn't bury her head in his chest. Like he just holds her by the shoulders.
I guess it never.
It seems very strange to me.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I'm reading the chat. Don't you fucking. Don't. I can read the chat if I choose. Okay?
I'm editing all this out.
No, you're not. You don't edit shit. 1 year later, a crow taps on Eric's gravestone. Eric awakens and climbs out of his grave. Meanwhile, the street gang who perpetrated the deaths of Eric and Shelley, headed by T-Bird, is setting fires in the city. Upon returning to his old, now derelict apartment, Eric experiences flashbacks of T-Bird and his gang, Tintin, Funboy, and Skank, committing the murder. That was pretty wild. Rewatching it, because I watched it in two settings because I told you about it. Like I was watching it in one setting on my Roku TV, and for some reason the internet went out, so I just didn't even mess with it. Went back, finished it yesterday. This scene was intense.
Yep,
definitely. Shit was crazy.
Now, did you notice upon this rewatch that whole opening sequence of Detroit on Devil's Night was just a model?
It looked off. I couldn't tell if it was like a painting, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It looked off.
It's a very like Tim Burton-esque model,
right.
like you saw in like
Batman Returns.
Batman or Beetlejuice.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what effects company did it, but I'd be almost willing to bet it may have been the same people.
Right.
It had very much the same kind of vibe to it. Yes, a Mandalorian. He did die on set in an accident.
Yeah.
Eric soon discovers that any wounds he receives heal immediately. Guided by the crow, he sets out to avenge his and Shelley's murder by killing all the perpetrators.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Gets crazy with it. The crow helps Eric locate Tintin. Eric kills him and takes his coat before going to the pawn shop where Tintin pawns Shelley's engagement ring, forcing the owner, Gideon, to return it. He then blows up the shop with gasoline, sparing Gideon so that he can warn others.
The fucked up thing too was the movie doesn't really show you, but if you look on a high def TV, he got $40 for that ring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got two $20 bills.
I didn't even.
Yeah,
I thought he was supposed to get. Oh no, never mind.
because remember, there's that whole scene where Tintin's bitching at him about being a cheap son of a bitch.
Right.
But it was $40.
Okay.
So that's what they got out of murdering two people. $40.
Wow.
After finding Fun Boy with Sarah's drug addict mother, Darla, and killing him, Eric confronts Darla, squeezing the morphine from her veins, making her realize that Sarah needs her to be a good mother. He visits Albrecht, explaining who he is and why he's here. Albrecht tells him what he knows about Shelley's death and that he watched her suffer for 30 hours before dying.
That was pretty intense too.
It was real fucking intense.
Yeah. Eric touches Albright and feels the pain Shelley felt during those hours. After she and her mother began repairing their strained relationship, Sarah goes to Eric's apartment and tells him that she misses him and Shelley. Eric assures her that although they cannot be friends anymore, he still cares about her.
Yeah. Amanda doesn't really seem to know much about the backstory about this, and it's not in any of the later notes. I mean, I talk about the shooting or whatever, but what had happened is there's in the opening scene where the gang kills Eric. Fun Boy in the original shot has a paper bag with a gun in it, and he shoots Eric with it. Well, the gun had a blank in it, and when the blank exploded, a fragment of it flew into Eric and fatally wounded him. Flew into Brandon Lee and fatally wounded him.
Okay.
So that prompted most of Hollywood, or all of Hollywood, to start shooting those scenes differently. Like any scene now where you see somebody pull out a gun and go to shoot somebody is going to be done in one of two ways. It's going to be done where you see a image of the gun going off, and then you see an image of the guy getting shot, or you're going to see it, say, from the side view where, the gun's pointing at the guy and then he gets shot and he falls down. Well, what they do in that situation is either the shooter or the person getting shot is actually out of depth.
Oh, I gotcha.
So the gun isn't actually pointed at
Right.
the one who is
doing
getting shot.
I gotcha.
To avoid exactly this.
Yeah.
It was a horrible tragedy. And for a long time, the misconception was somebody had put a live round in that gun.
I remember hearing that for the longest time.
Yeah. And what it was, hey, what's up, Ghost Pepper?
What's up, GP?
what had actually happened was it was a blank that didn't fragment properly,
Oh, okay.
and a big chunk of it
Yeah.
flew into
Gotcha.
Brandon.
Gotcha.
And I don't know where it hit him, because I'm not sure that's ever been released. Probably hit him somewhere like in the throat, or maybe it went into his heart, or pierced
In an
both his
artery or
lungs,
something
or
like that,
yeah. Whatever it was, that fragment was fatal. So anywho, as T-Bird and Skank stop at a convenience store to pick up supplies, Eric arrives and kidnaps T-Bird. Skank follows the pair and witnesses Eric kill T-Bird. He escapes to go to Top Dollar. He escapes and goes to Top Dollar, the crime boss who controls all the street gangs in the city. Top Dollar and his lover half-sister Micah have become aware of Eric's actions through various reports from witnesses. That whole thing is fucking creepy.
Yeah, they have the dude who plays Top Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
I like him as a bad guy a lot. I like his whole aesthetic.
Yeah.
He's very just. Gotcha.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
Alan is clarifying. The dummy slug from the previous scene that was being filled was a misfire, so the slug was still in the barrel. So when the second blank went off, it threw the misfired slug.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I mean, it was just a tragic accident, but literally it made Hollywood change the way they do shit. It was pretty serious.
Yeah, it was a big deal. I remember hearing about it on the news and like shit. Because my dad used to watch, like, my mom and dad used to watch Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah,
I remember that being a whole thing. Like, it was a big deal.
What were you saying about Top Dollar and his sister?
Top Dollar, love him as a bad guy.
Yeah,
like
he was really good.
Yeah, he just no nonsense. I'm gonna fucking kill you. You fucked up. You're dead.
Yeah,
fuck off. But then finding out that this is his fucking half sister, like that's some creepy shit, dude.
Yeah,
like you're
like
weird,
same dad.
bro.
I think is what he said.
Yeah, like you're weird, bro.
Yeah,
you're weird.
Yeah, and who's gonna fuck with him about it?
Oh, what's up, Belzora?
Oh yeah, hey Belzora, how you doing? Top Dollar holds a meeting with his associates where they discuss new plans for the DellaSnooch crime activities. After Eric arrives looking for Skank, a gunfight ensues. They nearly everyone present, including Skank, being killed. However, Top Dollar, Micah, and Grange, Top Dollar's right-hand man, all escape.
Yeah, I like Grange too.
Yeah,
like
Grange is really good.
I thought he was kind of menacing.
Yeah, and he's that kind of guy in a lot of movies. Like, that guy did a lot of acting.
Yeah.
Really good. Another thing I was gonna bring up is
later, Alan. Take it easy, buddy. Bud.
Have a good date night.
Hell yeah, have fun.
One other thing is that scene that Brandon Lee is accidentally killed in is not in the movie.
No. That would be fucked up.
They completely replaced it and reshot it. And
can you imagine having to sit through the reshoots on that? Like everybody was a part of that scene except one guy,
right?
Who's no longer a part of that scene, and you're all redoing it.
Yeah,
that'd be fucking awful.
Yep.
Wow.
There's a bunch.
Oh yeah, Ghost Pepper in the chat says he was Candyman.
He was Candyman. Yeah,
that's where I remember. That's where I was trying to. I couldn't place the face that much. He's menacing as fuck. Dude.
Yeah, he's fucking. He does it. He's scary, dude.
Eric, having finished his quest, returns to his grave.
Did we skip something?
Yeah, you did.
Oh shit.
No.
What the fuck just happened?
Because they totally miss out the part where they.
Oh no! Go ahead and read this.
Okay. Eric, having finished his quest, returns to his grave. Sarah bids him farewell, and he gives her Shelley's engagement ring. Grange then abducts her and takes her into the church where Top Dollar and Micah are waiting. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, this is the part where, like, Top Dollar and all of his guys, could have walked away. Eric was done
Right. Yeah.
because he'd killed the assholes that killed his old lady. He didn't give a shit about who sent him. He was like, oh, these are the guys that killed her.
Yeah. Through the crow, Eric realizes what has happened and goes to rescue her. Unfortunately, Grange, after Micah divines that an injury suffered by the crow will harm him, shoots the crow after it flies into the church, sapping Eric of his immortality.
Which I thought was real strange. Like every time I watched this, what in the hell made her even glean the possibility of that was what was going on?
I didn't get that. That was one of the big things watching that this time that
Yeah.
kind of threw me off. I'm like, how did you figure that out?
Because the only exposure she had was the one time the crow flew in and then he showed up.
Right.
It's not like she saw him over and over again.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like that was a mystery to me, dude.
There was mention that a couple of times other people saw a bird,
Yeah.
but like it was not a plot hole, but it took a little bit more exposition would have done a better job.
Belzora says The Crow is my favorite movie. Most couples have a song. My husband and I have a movie, and it's this one. That's fucking awesome.
That's very nice.
That's fucking cool.
I love this song or this song movie.
This song movie. It's about songbirds. It's so nice, guys. I like it.
We're gonna have to talk about the songs though here in a little bit.
Well, you can get into it, buddy.
Micah grabs the wounded crow, intended to take its mystical power. Albrecht arrives wanting to pay his respects to Eric just after Eric is shot and wounded. Top Dollar grabs Sarah and climbs the bell tower. They always climb the fucking bell tower.
Well, why not, dude? Especially when it's raining.
Yeah. It's got to be raining during a thunderstorm. You have to go to the top of the bell tower because obviously that is the safest place to be.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
They even did it in Jurassic World.
Yeah, they sure did. And they did it in Batman and they
fucking amazing.
Just did it in Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah. Amazing stuff.
You got to do it.
Hell yeah.
Top Dollar grabs Sarah and climbs the bell tower as the fight ensues, and Albright kills Grange. The crow escapes Micah's grip, claws her eyes, and sends her down the bell tower to her death.
Getting back to how she might have known about the crow. Belzora says she's all about mystical shit. That's how she knew. So that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And then DB Dragon Buddy says, well, she was burning eyeballs and he was smoking them. So I'm going to say they were deep into the occult.
That is fucking truth. It is the truth. He said a lot was in the eyes.
But I think just Belzora saying she was all about mystical shit just solves it right there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, that is exactly like when you can't think of a better way to write that, you say, well, she's all about mystical shit. And obviously she's going to know about this vague lore about people coming back from the dead because a crow said so.
Josh is trying to hit people up with cutting onions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it can't be raining all the time.
Son of a bitch.
The crow escapes. Oh, yeah, claws her eye out. Albrecht is wounded. Eric climbs to the roof of the church on his own.
There, Top Dollar admits ultimate responsibility for Eric and Shelley's death. In their fight, Eric gives Top Dollar the 30 hours of pain he absorbed from Albright. The sensation sends Top Dollar over the roof of the church to his death. Sarah accompanies Albrecht to the hospital, and Eric is reunited with Shelley at their graves.
30 hours of pain.
And he got to feel all that shit, son.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Like, if you think about some of the most intense pain that you've ever been through.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I broke my clavicle once. That was pretty intense.
I gave birth a couple times.
Yeah, there's been that. But I mean, I like if it's let's say
People
you've
hate
got
me.
something serious, like if take a woman having childbirth, you know, that level of pain. If you like the human body can can experience that much pain, and that's pretty much the threshold. Because they pretty much say anything past that and you're just going to die.
You were offered free drugs and you didn't take them, Luna girl?
Atta girl.
That's bullshit.
That's my dog.
She should have taken the drugs.
She's a toughin'.
I'm just saying.
Tisha didn't take drugs either.
Ooh. I took them.
Attaboy.
I was all fucked up.
But anyway, like
I
I'm
wasn't
saying,
even pregnant.
you take a woman, let's say she gives birth over the course of an hour and a half.
Wow.
And
You're probably
some
gonna have a couple ladies mad at you for even saying that.
some women like go through like that labor for 8-10 hours.
Oh yeah, more.
You take all that pain and condense that into one couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it just unmake
You'd
somebody's
grow a
fucking
uterus
reality.
and it would fall out.
Yeah, I think so. So anyway, see, Danielle didn't do drugs either.
Ooh, I did all the drugs.
I think you should have.
Well, if I'm gonna have a baby and it's gonna come out, I need to do all the drugs.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Me and Zori took all the drugs.
Is that you or me?
I can read it.
You
It's
do
fine.
it. Do it.
Because the crow, carrying Shelley's engagement ring in its beak, later lands on Eric's grave and drops the ring into Sarah's hand before flying off over the city and into the night. While Sarah's monologue affirms that while people die, love lasts forever.
Truth.
Yeah.
That pizza is talking to me.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
It's letting you know some things?
Yeah. We had really good pizza for dinner, but
Oh, Dragon Buddy only had some of the drugs. You should have had all the drugs.
yeah.
Just saying.
I had
They're
to
free.
be sober while
Well, they're
Tisha
not
was
free. They
giving
put them
birth.
on your tab, so you might as well just take them.
Right. Yep. Let's talk real quick about the soundtrack for this movie. Because at the time, the soundtrack was like everything for a certain group of people. Kind of like the soundtrack was to Swingers. Remember Swingers?
Yeah.
And there was another movie that was very much like that. 30-something or something. 20-something. What was it called?
21 Jump Street?
It was not 21
It was
Jump
21
Street.
Jump Street.
I
I fucking know everything.
I think it had Matt Damon. No, it didn't have Matt Damon in it. What was that guy's name?
Matt Dillon?
Matt Dillon in it. And it was one of
Dazed and
those
Confused?
movies. No.
Dazed and Confused has a good soundtrack.
Dazed and Confused has a good soundtrack. Either way, I can't think what the fucking name of that movie was. But there were a few movies in that 92, 95 range that their soundtracks were just fucking jam-packed with whatever was the hippest thing at the time.
Empire Records?
Empire Records had an excellent soundtrack. Not
Was
the
that
movie.
that same time?
Yeah, right around that time.
Yeah.
So anyway, here's some of the songs that are on this album.
Talk to us, Goose.
Burn by The Cure. Stone Temple Pilots, The Big Empty.
Yes.
Rage Against the Machine, Darkness. The Rollins Band, Ghost Rider. Pantera, The Badge. My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult, After the Flesh. It's one of my favorite songs on the album, actually. Medicine by Time Baby 3. Nope, Time Baby 3 by Medicine. I don't remember that song. Machines of a Loving Grace, Golgotha Tenement Blues. I'd have to hear that one.
Mm-hmm.
Dead Souls by 9 Inch Nails. Color Me Once by the Violent Femmes. Really one of my favorite Violent Femmes songs.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Violent Femmes
You
fan.
are a huge Violent Femmes fan.
Milk Toast by Helmet. For Love Not Lisa, Slip Slide Melting. That's a good song. Jesus and the Mary Chain, Snake Driver. And It Can't Rain All the Time by Jane Siberry.
Jane Siberry.
It can't rain all the time. You can't listen to or watch this movie without immediately thinking about that song.
Maybe you can't.
No, you just can't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's by far one of my least favorite songs on the album, but it's got such a very specific. Oh, Clueless did have a great soundtrack.
That's what they're bringing up.
I really wish I could remember that Matt Dillon movie because Singles.
Okay.
You remember the movie Singles?
No.
Okay. It's very much like the rest of those movies we talked
Right.
about. It was about being in your early 20s in the early 90s.
Yeah, and doing the damn thing.
Yeah. A lot of stuff happening in Seattle and whatnot, All right, so.
Oh, we're doing questions. I don't have.
Oh, it's quiz time, folks.
Quiz time.
There's 9.
Eventually, we're gonna just send out the free stickers.
Yeah, eventually, maybe. Great, Dragon Buddy. Great soundtrack for Singles. Are you ready?
Hold on. Who do we still have? A Mandalorian. Belzoro.
I don't know who else in the chat, but you just wrote down their names earlier. You're gonna do it differently this time.
I'm doing it different. I'm gonna see if this works.
Yeah, he's gonna do it this way, different way, guys.
Because that way I just keep track of the answers. I'm not gonna write their fucking answers down this time.
Okay. In 2005, 12 years after the accidental shooting of Brandon Lee, Michael Massey claimed to still be having what from the incident?
Ooh.
He's still having something from what happened. Michael Massey, of course, being the guy who played Fun Boy. Now, let me read that one more time. In 2005, 12 years after the accidental shooting of Brandon Lee, Michael Massey claimed he still had these from the incident. The facts are one of the facts for this movie is, although he was not at fault in the death of Brandon Lee, Michael Massey stopped acting for a year because he was so traumatized by the incident. His next film was a small role in the movie Seven in 1995. Also a fantastic fucking movie. Up until his death in 2016, he had never watched this movie.
Right.
Could you imagine a movie that completely changed your life? You're like, I don't want to see it.
Well, if something that tragic happened to you, I can understand that.
Right?
All right. So, are you ready for answers to our question?
Let's get them. What's in the box?
Luna Girl said PTSD. Belzoro said nightmares. Dragon Buddy said nightmares. Use and abuse. Okay, I gotta add them. Use and abuse. They said PTSD. Amanda Lorian said nightmares. And then, yep. Okay.
So
our answer is
the answer is nightmares. So Amanda gets a point, Dragon Buddy gets a point, Belzora gets a point.
Yes.
Okay.
This way is working so much easier.
Is it?
Already.
Good. Some believe that because of the tragic death of Brandon Lee, this movie is responsible for changing gun safety standards in films. What recent event proves that may not be the case? Some believe that because of the tragic death of Brandon Lee, this movie is responsible for changing gun safety standards in films. But what recent event proves this may not be the case? As far as a fact goes, in the Blu-ray commentary, Alex Prolis says that Brandon Lee was unhappy with the way his face paint looked when his makeup department applied it before shooting. Lee and Prolis then agreed that what would be best is if Brandon would wear the paint home and sleep in it every night before going to, or he put on his own makeup every night before going to bed so that when he woke up, his face paint would look naturally more worn out.
That's a good idea. I like it.
Me too.
Oh, now Ghost Pepper's in.
Oh, shit.
Ghost Pepper's making answers. GP.
All right. And that's time. It looks like you've got a point for DB. Lunar.
What is the answer?
Oh, I'm sorry. The incident on the set of Rust with
Everybody
Alec Baldwin.
got it then.
Everyone got it. I figured that was a softball question.
Everybody got it though.
Yeah.
We've got a 3-way tie.
Because I mean, literally, that just happened 6 days ago.
Got a 3-way tie.
I was kind of thinking that maybe some people just missed it.
Oh shit! I didn't add. No, I did.
Okay, so before Brandon Lee was killed, the special effects team had created what item for use with his stunt teams? Before Brandon Lee was killed, and the special effects team had created what item for use by the stunt teams? Around the 26-minute point, according to John Polito, Brandon Lee cut himself when he broke the glass in Gideon's shop. The glass was breakaway glass, and it's very rare for someone to get cut by breakaway glass. Polito said that he told Lee that he feared Lee would die on the set, similar to what happened to Vic Morrow during the filming of the Twilight Zone movie.
That's crazy.
Unfortunately, Polito's prediction turned out to be true.
That's weird.
Could you imagine? Okay, well, that's time, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to get this one. The answer is a mask that was made of a direct mold of Lee's face. They attempted to create the scenes that Brandon hadn't filmed yet using the mask. However, the cast and crew were far too unsettled by the prop that was destroyed, and a digital means were used to put in Brandon's face on his body double later on.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff.
So the answer was a mask. I thought that was a good one. Could you imagine how creepy it would be?
Way creepy, dude.
And it would have to have some kind of a Michael Myers look to it.
A little bit, especially
because of the white paint.
Right.
I don't think I could have fucking handled it either. I think it would have felt too fucking much like a bad thing.
Right.
What was the name of the character played by Michael Massey that shot Eric Draven well, it's not the boardroom scene, it's the initial murder scene. Once again, what's the name of the character played by Michael Massey who shot Eric Draven in the initial opening scene? During the first day of shooting in Wilmington, North Carolina, a carpenter suffered several burns.
Severe burns.
Yes, severe burns. After his crane hit live power lines. On subsequent days, a grip truck caught fire, a disgruntled sculptor crashed his car through the studio's plaster shop, and a crew member accidentally drove a screwdriver through his hand.
Holy shit.
So this production was just fucked.
Yeah, it was cursed. It was almost damn near cursed.
It was definitely bad for most everybody. And it looks like you can give a point to Amanda, Use and Abuse, Dragon Buddy, Belzora. They all guessed that Fun Boy.
Oh, and Dragon, and then Ghost Pepper.
They guessed that Fun Boy, played by Michael Massey, was not supposed to fire the gun at Brandon Lee's character, which ultimately led to his death. It was changed at the last minute I kind of read that wrong. The Michael Massey was not supposed to be the one firing that gun.
Right.
It was supposed to be one of the other characters, and then it got changed at the last minute. So this dude's life got changed on a whim by Alex Proyas right before it happened. It's just another one of those things where you go, holy fuck, dude.
Fuck yeah. It's crazy shit. All right. Next question. What was the name of Eric Draven's band? What was the name of Eric Draven's band? At around the 6-minute mark, when T-Bird, Funboy, Tintin, and Skank destroy the arcade, T-Bird says, Lake Erie actually caught on fire once from all the crap floating around in it. I wish I could have seen that. something like this did actually happen, but it wasn't Lake Erie. It was in the Cuyahoga River in Cleveland, Ohio, which feeds into Lake Erie.
And if you've ever been to Ohio, you could see why the water would be flammable.
So gross, it would catch on fire.
Yeah.
Wild
Especially being a
Stellies.
kid
Yes.
that grew up in the Midwest, and we would go to Cedar Point. The water at the Cedar Point parks in the 80s and early 90s was fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it.
Like you would go
Gross.
on the
Just
water
gross.
rides and when your skin dries after you've been
It's just gross. I already know what you're
yeah,
gonna
but I
say.
mean, like you get out of the lake or
Yeah,
whatever,
it's
your skin
gross.
dries, it's fine. You would have a film on your skin from the Lake Erie water. It's gross. It was gross. It's not so much now. They really did a lot to clean it up. So, the answer is Hangman's Joke.
It
And
looks like Dragon Buddy is the only one who got it.
yeah, it looks like Dragon Buddy gets the point. Circle. Oh, a ghost pepper popped in. Hangman's Joke. So you got 2. Good job, guys. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
Like even I had to pause it and go back, pause it and go back and be like, oh, okay.
I thought it was something completely different.
Hangman's Joke.
So our winner, because we have a clear winner
Oh, we do.
with 4 solid points.
Yep.
Dragon Buddy.
Dragon Buddy.
You have won nothing, my friend.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
You've won the game.
You have won the game and you have won our respect and we love you.
Mhm.
Yes.
We're going to have to figure out something to send.
When we see you next time, we'll give you a pantsless hug.
Pantsless hugs. I got to send out stickers from last session.
Yes.
I'll just make sure that Dragon Buddy's
It's a little
envelope is
heftier,
extra fat.
a little thick.
I'll put like some pumpkin seeds in it or
Ooh.
something.
I
Yeah.
like it. Very
Yeah.
festive.
Maybe some chocolate chips.
Oh, Zori's got to go. Later, Zori. We're about to end.
Yeah, we're about
anyways.
to go too. So you have a good night.
Thank you for
Thanks
joining
for hanging
us.
out.
Yep.
And on that note,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
If you haven't seen the movie in a while, like we sometimes,
sometimes
not all the time, watch this movie.
watch. Yeah, this movie
It's
is
good stuff.
really fucking
It's
good.
good stuff. It's a little dated for some of the special effects, but
Well, it
what
was
do you
a
expect?
low budget,
Yeah, but what do you
early
expect?
'90s film.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
It had its moments, but
Uh,
it's still good stuff.
if it had a $80 million budget, it'd looked a lot better.
But it has still had its moment. It would have still looked like 1994.
I don't think it would have made the movie better though.
No, I agree. I agree.
I think that the movie is really kind of perfect the way it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with that one. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
I mean, like we were talking this morning about some bones to pick, but they're not worth picking. They're just
No, we talked about them on our free time, but we're not going to bring them up here because overall it's a great movie.
it's a great movie.
So watch it.
Yeah, watch it, love it, touch
Love it
somebody.
strong. Love it strong. Touch somebody, touch yourself.
If you don't feel like you got a greater appreciation for love at the end of this movie, I think
Yeah.
you're missing the point.
You gotta, you know, I don't know what you gotta do, but you gotta do something.
You gotta do something. You gotta say go blue, and you don't listen to the stuff that Josh just said.
Yeah, it's true.
Everybody make sure that you like this video. Give us some kind of review on iTunes.
I'm gonna look again, but when I looked earlier today, we didn't have one.
Yeah, see, we got to get these people reviewing. It really helps people find us. And if you do, Brady's going to read it live on the show.
I will too.
And he'll burn down a government building on Devil's Night.
Maybe I already have. Maybe I'm gonna do it this week. We don't know yet.
Maybe.
Only time
Maybe.
will tell. No, we don't have a new review. So there's a few of you out there need to get on it.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
You know who you
know
are.
who you are.
Okay.
Like he says, he's a genius. I'm going to go ahead and just let him be happy with that. I agree. Doesn't cost me nothing.
Not really, but that's okay. Not really a genius. I love you, kid, but you're not a genius.
Please
a genie's ass, maybe.
Nice. Make sure that you subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts.
Follow us on social media and interact with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don, tell them where they can find you, buddy.
You can find me at Jetfire1979 on Twitter, and I'm DellaSnooch on Instagram. Brady, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at lowercase o0 capital BIG _ capital LOVIN 0 lowercase o. And once again, that's on Instagram and Twitter.
Truth. You can find us and other great podcasts on the Red 5 Network at red5network.com.
May the force be with you. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. May the force be with you.
And go blue.
And go blue. Clankety clank, bitch.
Clankety clank.
Are you going to fuck up again?
I'm just waiting for you to say
Are
something.
Are you sure about that this time?
I just don't think you got to pee.
I don't.
See?
Damn it.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.